AITA for agreeing to separate from my wife when she brought it up for the fourth time, and then sticking to it when she subsequently changed her mind? Me, 40M, and my wife, 37F, have been together for 10 years, and we have 2 boys 8 and 5. Recently things have been tough. I think we had both withdrawn from each other gradually over time without really noticing that it had happened. We were sleeping in separate bedrooms, primarily her choice. She was sleeping in late most days, particularly at the weekend, and I was doing a lot of activities with the kids without her. I work, and she doesn't. Never had a problem with it, and was happy to support her. But I was getting up every day to get the kids ready for school. Sometimes she would roll out of bed and take them while I got ready for work, sometimes she wouldn't and I would just take them. Similar routine at bedtime, I would put the kids to bed, read them stories etc. and get them to sleep. Happy to do it. The 3 of us would do things together at the weekends without her, particularly in the mornings. She wasn't completely absent, but it got to the point where the kids were making comments about it, saying, "Why does Mum never want to come with us? Why is she sleeping all the time?" So I suppose I was becoming more withdrawn and emotionally separate, and she was too. She would sit and scroll through her phone, or watch TikTok in the evenings after the kids were in bed. We weren't connecting as we used to. Then came the angry outbursts over seemingly trivial things. An Amazon order turned up while I was out that she didn't know about and my phone was blown up over it. I didn't reply to a text quickly enough while I was at work and she would rant about it for an hour or 2. My family would come out to visit us, we live abroad, and she would ask at the last minute that they stay in a hotel instead of at our house. To be fair, she suffers from anxiety, and I have tried, repeatedly, to get her to have therapy for it. She gets medication from the doctor, but that's as far as she seems to want to go to try and resolve things. So I have been as supportive as I can be, listening to all the past traumas etc., but knowing that they weren't really being solved or dealt with. You can't make someone go to therapy. I only encouraged her as much as I could. The angry outbursts started getting more frequent, and historically I would always try and placate her as much as possible, to keep the peace. But I started getting a little defensive about it and standing up for myself, which really started escalating things. Just pushing back a little bit, i.e. saying no, my family cannot book a hotel 24 hours before they are supposed to stay with us, which we agreed to months ago, led to several claims that she was going to leave me, that I had changed, and I wasn't the person she married anymore etc. After several episodes of this, where she even told our oldest son that we were divorcing about 60 seconds after she told me, upsetting him greatly, she did it again about a week ago. I decided that I would take a stand, and I agreed with her, said that she was right and we should separate. She went to bed early and we didn't talk all night. The next morning she was hoping for my usual rapprochement, but I said that you made it clear how you felt last night, and so I was sticking to it. The last week has been torture, because now apparently I am responsible for throwing the whole marriage away. It is 100% my decision, and I haven't given her a chance to change anything. She doesn't want to split and will love me forever etc. I feel so guilty about it, but I honestly do not see how things will change at all, and it feels like something broke inside me and I just cannot get myself to feel anything anymore. I definitely accept that we could and should have communicated more in the weeks and months leading up to this, but on the other hand, it also feels that every time I tried to bring anything up she would be immediately defensive and or try and twist it around to be my fault anyway. So now, I'm sticking to my guns. I don't see a way forward from here, but am still racked with guilt about it all. She definitely thinks that I am the AH here.